Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, we are from Group 10. We will presentate about implementation of IPM for Cabbage. Before we start our presentation, let us introduce our group member. I am Annisa Erikawati with student number 168.
I am Gracela and Puspita Sari with student number 169.
I'm Safira Tasya with student number 171.
Okay, there are points that we will discuss about. Number 1 is introduction. Number 2, major disease of cabbage. And then number 3, major insect pests of cabbage. And the last is implementation of insect pests and disease for cabbage crop. Next. Cabbage or Brassica oleracea has long been cultivated as an important vegetable crop and a source of vitamins, mineral, and fiber, particularly during cold season in temperature climates. Cabbage is a productive vegetable based on biomassa per area of cultivation. However, this crop is affected by many diseases, particularly those caused by fungi and bacteria. Emphasis will be placed on stage in the life cycle of the pathogens that affect management. Control measures will be present in an IPM context. A disease of leafy vegetable can cause devastating effect to crop. Next. There are many major insect pests of cabbage. One of them is Cabbage Lover or Trichoplusiani. The cabbage lover is named for the way in which the caterpillar of stage of the insect attach its body while moving. When fully grown, the caterpillar has a green body that is 1 until 2 inches long and traps near the head. Cabbage lover larvae feed on cool crop leaf between the large veins and midribs. Feeding occurs primarily on the upper leaf surface near the midrib, producing large, irregular holes. Severe feeding damage will stun cabbage and cauliflower heads. Larval damage to the developing buds on young cabbage can cause head to abort. Cabbage looper can also burn into the heads of early cabbage and can result in heads that are unmarketable. Next.
Okay, next. Integrated insect pest management cabbage. First, pest monitoring includes observation and identification. Research should doing observation first to find what kind of species that attack the cabbage crops. Besides, research could count the pest population with the formula how many pests that have been found divided by total of observation. Identification. Pests that have been caught, then we should do identification. Insect identification is carried out using a microscope and identification done to the level of the family with using an insect identification key. Number 2, cultural practice. Cleaning of insect stubble followed by deep summer ploughing, optimal fertilizer application, timely sowing, proper seedbed condition and depth of sowing, optimum seeding rate and population, crop rotation using irrigation water that is free from weed seeds and intercropping. Next management is biological control. The main biological control for caterpillar is Bacillus thuringiensis, also known as BT. This bacterial spore suspension is best applied as a liquid spray, which is ingested by the insect during feeding. Once inside the caterpillar's digestive system, the bacterium releases toxins, the caterpillar stops feeding and then starves to death. 4. Weed management. Uncontrolled weeds compete with the crop of interest for growth factors like nutrients, moisture, and space, and may completely suppress the crop, leading to low or no yields. They also harbor destructive crop pests and diseases. Cabbage crop does not compete well with weeds and is easily overwhelmed by their attack. Next, major disease of cabbage. Black rot, causal agent is Xanthomonas campestris, PV campestris. This bacterial disease is common in areas having a warm and wet climate. Plants can be infected during any growth stage, and the symptoms resemble nutritional deficiencies. Infect seedlings become yellow, drop lower leaves, and might die. Leaves might be affected on only one side of seedling. The classic symptom of black rot is caused by local infection that result when bacteria enter leaves through natural openings of leaf margins. The infected tissue turns pale green-yellow and then turns brown and dies. Affected areas are usually wedge or V-shaped. These are enlarged as the disease progresses and severely affected leaves may drop off.
The next is integrated disease management cabbage. So the first one is cultural control. So we use high quality seed free of X campestris, PV campestris, implement a 3-year rotation to non-cruciferous crops. Plant crops in well-drained soils and use irrigation practices that minimize leaf wetness, keep fields free of weeds. The second one is manage and weeds, especially weeds in the Cruciferae family. So the following cruciferous weeds are susceptible to black rot: bird-stripe mustard, Indian mustard, black mustard, short-pot mustard, Virginia pepperweed, and other pepper grasses. The third one is resistant varieties. Plant varieties of cabbage and broccoli with partial resistance or tolerance to black rot are reported. Cabbage varieties reported to be tolerant include Atlantis, Blue Dynasty, Bronco. The broccoli varieties Arcadia, Eureka, and Granda have shown tolerance to black rot. The fourth one is chemical control. The spread of black rot in fields may be slowed in some instances through application of fixed coppers, a chemical that induces resistance to certain diseases in some plants, or suppression of black rot on commercially grown through crucifers. Application streptocycline 100 ppm can be effective. So the conclusion of this material is there are many major insect pests and diseases of cabbage. One of major insect pests is cabbage lover or Trichopulusiani that can be controlled with EPM. Steps of integrated pest management that we can do are pest monitoring like observation and identification, cultural practices, biological control, and weed management. Black rot is one of major diseases of cabbage that can be controlled with IPM, with cultural control, manage and weeds, especially weeds in the Cruciferae family, resistant varieties, and chemical control. So that's all from our group. We hope that it can be useful for all of us. So thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.